Hi, I'm here with my lovely client Taylor, and today we're going to be doing a curtain fringe. We're going to be using my 5.5-inch Pro-Feel dry cutting scissors. We're going to start with sectioning off our fringe. Head back, right down the center here. So we have our center section. I'm going to be working dry because I just really want to see that shape coming in. The other head down. I take my comb, I put it on the head, and where the comb lifts off is the high point of the fringe. In this case, I'm going to go just slightly behind, and I'm going to work a diagonal back. I'm looking for a certain density around the hairline because I'm going to be incorporating some of this into the fringe. So we'll just be working that much into the fringe. And let's work our other side. Again, we'll place the comb on the head. Where it lifts is where we go, but we're also going to look to the other side to match it up. Diagonal back, encompassing a bit of that hairline there. I check both sides to make sure they're balanced and equal, and my density looks the same. I got just a little bit more density here because I can see a little bit of the recession area. I just want to make sure she's set. Beautiful. It's important to make sure that you have enough density to work with and enough density that's going to live for her. I know that she has a lot of hair here that's going to push over and kind of clear that section. Per our consultation, we're going to be working the fringe to kind of accentuate her cheekbones here, lift up, and open her face. I'm going to start from the center out. We're going to be working a bit of a slide cutting, which means I'm going to open and close my shear very slightly, not all the way, as I'm pushing out. I'm also going to be working more in the V of the shear here and creating that nice push towards the edge of my blade. I'm going to work backhand, and I'm going to be starting tip of her nose and out to that corner. So again, shear slightly closing as I work down. Calm down, check balance, work a little further into that corner. Because I'm standing on the opposite side, I'm going to make sure that I'm pushing into my corner and I'm not pulling into myself. So I might slightly overcorrect to compensate. You can stand on that side if you're working as well. Push into our comb, start from the edge. We're going to go about nose and drive down. I'm also kind of rocking my shear a bit, creating a nice push. This is what I'm looking for. Now we take our next section down. This would be where our traditional fringe section would be, just behind the recession into the side there. Again, we're keeping a nice low elevation, trying to keep density and using the rock of our scissor to get in. Now we're really going to watch how this opens up the cheek. Small rocking motion. Slightly closing. Now I'm going to take another diagonal back section encompassing this front hairline here. Tilt her back so I can really see what's going on and work down and through. And this I want it to be about mid-neck, so I'll pay attention to where I'm finalizing my line. This is a very visual way of cutting, technically based, however, but just very visual. And that way I can really open her up and have this beautiful little spot here. I think that's enough density. I don't need to go all the way back into this section. Now I'm going to soften this part up by elevating, coming over the top, working with my shear in and close, in and close, and just lightly removing some density from those ends. Now you can see it's darker to lighter. Now let's finish the other side. So we'll tuck this, and we're gonna work down into our section. So again, closing on that down just slightly. See how I'm closing as I'm coming down just a little tiny bit to create a really nice soft finish. Essentially, I'm using my scissor exactly like I would use my razor. If you feel that your shear is grabbing, then try to come back through and use a little bit more of an open and close motion. This blade here is tapered so that it peels the hair away. However, your shear might be a straight blade, and that's totally fine. It's just going to require you to close a little bit more. Again, we don't need to go all the way back into that, so we'll section that away. So tension, pretty consistent the whole time, and just really working that line. I'm gonna come through and remove a little bit of that there. We'll do that by standing behind, elevating where it lives, and softening our line. So I'm looking at that density again. I want to be a little bit lighter towards those ends. So again, coming in and slightly closing on that out. I'll come back through and just tip that off. This side I'll do the same. So again, let's look on this side. Just kind of taking this little corner off from the back side. That's just gonna give it a place to kind of set in and make it a little cuter, so. And this is great for clients that maybe have a little weakness up and around their face. It just gives them this really beautiful fringe there. All right, so we drop the hair. Throw it around. We'll take a look and see how it blends into the rest of her haircut. And adjust. So again, we'll come down, hold this. We're gonna go very visual on this and really just loosen this up. So again, very visual, just following our line. This is what really sets your fringe apart from other people's, is these last little touches here. Open, close, keep that push. Drop the section. Better. And see how that side just covers right up over that bottom. When she pulls her hair up, she has this beautiful curtain fringe that falls out. Let's do the same on the other side. So again, it's going to be just this little bit here. Now I'm going to look in the mirror, double check that I'm happy. She can shake her fringe out. So she has a really nice curtain fringe throw up, and she could tuck more or less away to give her totally different effects. Just to recap, we went through, we sectioned off the hairline that was going to be falling into the fringe. We worked our fringe with diagonal back sections, kind of falling from the cheekbone to the jaw. And then we encompassed a bit of the side here to kind of fill in as it fell forward, and when she threw her hair up to give her more options. So there you have it, a fun curtain fringe.